Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Parental Vision Podcast. I'm your host, Tiana, and today I'm interviewing Felix, aka Flack. How are you?
I'm doing good. I appreciate you guys having me. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
For
Welcome,
sure.
welcome.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
you're a father.
I'm a father. I got 2 kids.
Oh, really? What do you
Yeah.
have,
I got a
boy?
3-year-old boy and an 8-year-old girl.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
fun. Oh my gosh. So tell me more about like how you raised them. Like, how do you differentiate raising a boy and a girl?
So I got full custody of my daughter.
Beautiful.
I've had full custody of her since she was 3. So I've been a single father to my daughter since my son's 3. Me and his mother not together, but we co-parent. We're okay.
Mhm.
So I still see my son every day. So I try to raise them real, not perfect, because nothing's perfect,
That's right. Yeah.
So I just try to have them grow with morals and respect for themselves, and just
I love that.
for sure.
I love that. So, like, as far as school, 'cause I'm sure your daughter's in school,
Hmm.
like, kids pick up things from school. Like, how do
Yeah,
you keep her grounded with like your rules at home for the things she learns in school?
yeah, it's crazy you say that though, because sometimes she comes home and she tells me some things, and I'm like, how do you know that? But
Right.
other kids talk.
Yeah,
So I feel like my kids, they know right from wrong. Like
absolutely.
I've definitely, like I said, I've sat them down. I'm in their life. I've been in their life heavy.
Yeah,
And I live off morals, so I try to like really instill that in them.
yeah.
So like I feel like my daughter knows right and wrong. Like she'll come to me and she'll be like, "Dad, this happened. Like, do you think this is right or wrong?" And I'll tell her.
Hmm.
So I feel like she's picking up like what to do and what not to do. You
Beautiful,
know,
beautiful. And you said you have full custody of your
I
daughter.
got full custody
So,
of my
like,
daughter.
how did that even come about? If you don't mind me, if that's not too much.
So me and her mother obviously like weren't on good terms and
Right.
stuff. And she filed court papers, to try to get full custody
Hmm.
of my daughter. And I was going from maybe about the time she was 1 till she was like 3.
Okay.
So I'm going to court, I'm fighting. And then under the grace of God, the universe, things just worked out in my favor, and the judge granted me full custody. I've had her since.
That is so beautiful.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
my biggest
goodness.
blessing, like that. That changed my
Absolutely.
life.
And please tell me more. How? I'm so
So
interested.
I'm at that point, I'm a young single father. Like
Right, right.
I had to man up and like grow up. And that's one thing I always said, like I'll never leave my kids. Like so since day one, I promised I would be here, and things have been rough.
Yeah.
Like for sure. Like being a single father to a little girl at that,
Yeah.
it's hard. But that's like my best friend, you know?
I
For
love
sure.
that.
And
Oh
then
my
my son,
goodness.
like he's something special too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's me.
Yeah.
It's a baby me.
Yeah. And
So
and they get along like
they love each other more than anything in
they're
this
super
world.
close. I love
For
that.
sure, for sure.
And you're an artist.
Yeah, make music.
Now I know a couple artists in the industry. So like how does that take away from you being a parent? Does it enforce it in any kind of way? Like how do you keep Flock and Felix separate in the home?
So I feel like I've never stopped grinding, and I'll never stop grinding.
Mhm.
Like being a parent, that is definitely, I say at first slowed it down a little bit,
Okay.
but I have to teach my kids to chase their dreams. So it's like if they don't see me do it, they can't believe it. So if they see me, like I have a studio in my basement, so
Okay.
I'm there every day, every single day. My kids will be down there with me, just watching me record or edit the songs, or do some type of work. So it's been rough, but I made it work. I still make it work.
Oh my goodness, I
So
love
yeah.
that. And I'm sure you have lyrics that are a little like, but do you have lyrics about you talking about being a father? Did you ever make a song for your kids?
Yeah, for sure. I mention my kids in a lot of my songs. Like it might be a
Really?
bar or 2 bars, but almost every song I make, I mention them somehow.
That's beautiful. And I'm
For
sure
sure.
they've heard your music.
They love my
They
music.
do? That was my
Yeah.
second question. Like, do they
Yeah.
love your music? I love
We'll
that.
be in the car and they'll just tell me to start playing my music over anything else. I love it. It's beautiful.
So they're very much aware that daddy's a star.
For sure.
And they're totally okay with
My
that.
daughter, I guess she was in school telling everyone, because I did a show,
Mm.
and she told everyone like, yeah, my dad did a show. Like he makes music. Like she's
Yeah.
proud of it.
Do you
So
ever worry about like when your career advances, would it take away from you being able to be a father? How do
yeah,
you think you'll be able to navigate that,
I've thought about
honestly?
that a lot, because
Yeah.
it's not if, it's just when. So I'm just planning out when that situation happens. So I can't really tell you right now because I'm not there.
Okay.
So I don't know, but I still, like I said, I plan to have my kids with me forever and always.
Absolutely.
But I'm chasing this dream, and I'm gonna make it happen either way. So They'll be right with me.
Yeah, and I firmly believe that. So we'll
Yeah.
touch and agree on that.
That's
In
love.
the name of Jesus, absolutely.
Peace.
And outside of your music career, what else do you do? I read that you have other companies.
Yeah. So I own a commercial cleaning company. So we do like residential properties, commercial properties, doctor's offices, apartment buildings. So we just keep it up to par, landscaping, keep it clean. You know, like if you go to a hotel, it's always up to par. So that's what my company does.
Oh my goodness! So you have multiple streams of income.
Yeah,
we got to feed the babies
for sure.
Totally understand.
You already
that.
know it.
I was actually watching the news and I was seeing how crazy the world gets. And I know I'm a mother myself, so I have a 10-year-old daughter. Okay. And I have faced challenges with her coming to me and asking like, "Mommy, why is the world so cruel? Or why are people doing this and doing that?" Like when your kids, I'm not sure if you expose them to that, but if you do, how do you explain to them that the world just isn't a great place? Because it's hard, you know.
It's so crazy you say that because, like I said, my daughter's 8, so she's close to your daughter's age, and you know, sometimes she'll just come home like sad, you know, someone like bothered her or and like I said, I could try to hide it from her, but the world's cold. And it's always gonna be cold. It was cold 100 years ago, and it'll be shady in 100. So I'd rather tell her the truth and teach her how to navigate through it instead of acting like it's not gonna happen.
Oh, absolutely. You know what I mean? I love that. I actually do it. Are your kids involved in any activities? I know me, it's hard for me to make it to everything, but are they involved in anything?
Yeah, so my daughter does like gymnastics and stuff.
She does?
I signed my son up for soccer, so he loves sports.
And do you miss any time in the games, or do you like try to make it to as many as possible?
Nah, I know you're busy. I'm on top of everything for sure. Like it's hard. It's hard. Like my schedule is like out of this world, unbelievable. So it gets hectic, but I make it work.
Oh my goodness. Do you want more children?
Yeah, for sure. One day.
There was some hesitation there.
One day. Yeah. Not yet, but yeah, one day.
Do you date?
Yeah. Something like that.
And something like that.
Something like that.
And how is it like with you having your daughter full time? Because I know me, nobody meets my daughter. So like, how does that work?
So that's crazy you say that too. Everything you're saying really connects to my life because so my daughter's mother and my son's mother is different. So I've had full custody of my daughter, like I said, since she was like 3. My son's mother came in our life around the time I got full custody. I haven't been with my son's mom for maybe like a year and a half. So from the ages of 3 to almost 7.5, my son's mom was around my daughter. And that was the only person that has been around her. So she pretty much like raised her and stuff. And so I'm definitely like not iffy, but I gotta watch who I bring around. I won't just bring anyone around, you know what I mean? So if I do bring someone around, like they gotta be special.
I like that.
Yeah, she gonna see this too. I know it. She gonna see it too.
And I respect that 100%.
For sure.
Tell me something about like the challenges you face in being a father.
The challenges, it gets hard, like frustrating sometimes. It's definitely like difficult.
Yeah.
It gets stressful because I try to, like I said, balance work and being a dad and making music. So it definitely gets stressful. But like I said, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, though.
Yeah, I understand. And me time, I know like being a parent, it's so hard to find me time, and being a father of 2.
Crazy.
I'm like, what do you do? Like, do you do it at the end of the night, or do you like run in the bathroom like me and just like, all right, 5 minutes to myself? Like,
Both.
how do you? Yeah.
Both. But yeah, usually at night when they go to sleep, that's when I really record and like zone out, and you know. Sometimes I go out on the weekends, but not too much. Not
too much?
I'm in the house. I like being in the house.
You like being a homebody?
Yeah, for sure.
What's an ideal like father-kid night with your kids? Like I do movie night with my daughter. We bake and things like that. What do you do? So
the other night we went to the fireworks.
Nice.
And then we came back home. We went to the fireworks, we went out to eat, and then we came back home and watched the movie. So I try to do that at least twice a month. You know what I mean? Like every other weekend or whatever. I can't just make the whole weekend about them, you know? So I try to do that a lot. We'll go to like jump off the trampoline place. They love that place.
Yes, they do. It tires us out.
Time, stuff like that. Like we just go do fun things. So.
And are you a part of like the PTA? I'm asking because another parent they were. Like, are you like involved in their education? I'm saying.
So I've done like field day. Like I volunteered and stuff like that. Yeah. So I try to be like as involved as I can. Like I said, my schedule gets busy for sure, but as much as I possibly can for sure.
That's beautiful. Yeah. What are some of the places that you see your career going in the next 5 years? Like what's your 5-year plan?
On top.
On top?
On top, successful, just as successful as I can be. Like I feel like money is success, but not fully.
No.
Like, I don't think that money is the definition of success. Like, I feel like it's more of like a feeling and just other things you can do for other people. So I want to be able to make sure everybody in my life is okay. Then I'll feel successful, you know? So I'm going to just keep grinding. And I've been making music since I was like, I think I made my first song at like 13, 12,
really?
28. Yeah. 20. So I've been making music since, and it's not really, I wouldn't say it's for a deal or like to be famous. Like it's literally my therapy. Like I have hundreds of songs I haven't dropped. I drop a lot of music, but there's so many I haven't, and it's just me venting. And it's like, whether shit, like things blew up or not.
Yeah.
I love music. I'm always make music.
Absolutely.
Like regardless. So
I need you to give me 5 words that describes a good father.
5 words?
Yeah.
Respectful, dedicated, honorable, loving, and focused.
I love those. I absolutely love that.
Sure.
And you couldn't imagine your life without your kids, could you?
Nah, not for a second.
My next question I was going to say, and if you didn't have children, what do you think you would be doing then?
Probably not somewhere good.
Your kids literally saved your life?
Yeah.
Literally?
Literally.
Well, wait, tell me more about you.
They helped me focus. Like I said, when I got my daughter, that changed my life. I have full custody of her now. So it's like I had no choice but to switch my life around, you know? Because I knew I had to be here for her. At that point, I was all she had. Yeah. So it was like I got no choice but to straighten myself out. And then I just, when you do something so much, it becomes a pattern. Yeah. So I just started changing my mind frame and my actions and who I'm around, and it just became pattern, and I've been good.
That's beautiful. What are some of the challenges you think you'll face within raising your son as opposed to raising your daughter?
So I feel like my dad was tougher with us. So it built us for the cold world, as we were talking about, but at the same time, it's like, I feel like communication is key. Yeah. It can't always be violence or yelling or, you know what I mean? Like that won't get the point across. So I understand, like, my son's a boy, but I don't plan to yell at him I want to communicate with him. I want to talk to him. I want to raise him so that he knows, like I said, right from wrong. Same with my daughter, you know? So just talking and doing everything opposite of what I grew up in, you know?
Oh, that's beautiful. And your disciplinary actions, like me, I don't spank my daughter.
I don't. Never. You don't either? I never put a hand on my kids a day in my life. I never will. I never will.
Never will.
I refuse.
And like opposed to how were you raised growing up?
So I guess it wasn't like hell. Like we were okay. Like my family's always been close, but there was a lot of violence in the home, like a lot. Really? So it's like I grew up in a toxic environment, and then I brought that to like my adult life, and I've made mistakes and I've done things that like I regret. But once I realized that like I could really break that pattern, I did, you know. And I feel like I'm one of the first people in my family to really like understand and want to break the cycle. You know what I mean?
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I know sometimes I feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. Like besides doing music, and I'm not trying to discredit that at all. What are some other ways you try to like blow off steam so you don't bring home that to your children?
Like I said, I just make music. I love walks. I love nature. Yeah. I got a dog, so I walk him a lot. Yeah. I talk to family, go to family's house, spend time with them. I got a lot of good people around me, so they keep me level-headed.
That's beautiful.
So yeah, they really help out.
I love that. What are some of your lyrics that you made about your kids? Do you mind, like, can you spit a bar or two, or is that too much? I would love to hear it. Or name a song, just so people can,
Yeah, if they want to go check out Gods on Apple Music, Spotify, every platform you could think of, YouTube Music, YouTube Red, wherever. I'm all over every platform. So. And
what is one of your favorite projects that you actually worked on? I know every artist must have one.
Yeah, for sure. I dropped the album last year. It's called The Butterfly Effect. And that was definitely one of my favorite ones. I got one dropping in October, another project. I'd have to say the one that I'm dropping got to be my favorite.
Really?
Yeah,
and you can't say what that is yet.
I can't say what that is.
No exclusives yet.
But it's my
guys.
favorite.
Okay.
I went the hardest on this one.
Oh, okay. I heard one of your songs, Blood on My Hands. Yes.
Yeah, that's love.
I actually really like that song. It definitely resonated with me. I was like, yeah, the world is really shiesty.
Yes, that's the type of things I try to make. I don't try to like be like everybody else. Like I at least try to say something in my music, you know? Absolutely. Like even if it like sounds crazy or whatever it is, like it's just true. You know what I mean? I don't try to like I said, it's my therapy, so it's like if I'm talking to my therapist, I'm gonna be 100% real.
Exactly. You know, and what else differentiates you, from other artists in your area? What do you feel? I'm saying.
I feel like I've heard a lot of music like from people around the area, and I'm not discrediting anything, but like a lot of the people I know or that make music or that I've heard, I'll hear the music and I'm like, it's hard, but I know you. You get what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. So it's like, but if you listen to my music, like I said, like I'm not rapping about violence. I'm not rapping about negative energy. I'm telling you my pain. I'm telling you like the things that I've been through, how I'm feeling. So,
right. And how you persevere.
Yeah. So absolutely. I feel like I'm too raw, like literally too honest, like, you know?
But there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I feel like there should be more people in the world that are honest, especially when we're parents.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't raise your kids off of a lie. Right. But then there's a flip to that. Sometimes you do have to lie to your children.
Like what?
Like I feel like like I told you with me, I shelter my daughter sometimes. But that's because I'm so like, the world is just so, you know what I mean? So like when she sees certain things, I'll be like, baby, that wasn't real. You know what I mean? It depends on how gruesome it was. You know what I mean? Like, especially when there were situations where kids were going through the mass shootings.
Right.
When they had to teach the kids how to do shooting drills and lockdowns. Like, how did that, like, I know for me, it really, like, broke me. Yeah. How did that literally make you feel? I know that probably, like, freaked you out as a parent.
It did, because, you know, our kids come home and they're like, but like you said, you want to just shelter them and be like, oh, it's not that. But they're all day in school. People are talking about it. The teachers are talking about it. So they spend almost half the time of their lives in school. So it's like their second home. So the things they hear and see there, and then they come home and like I said, it's hard to tell them it's not what it is. I try to shelter it as much as I can, but the kids are smart.
Yeah, that's true. When do you think it is okay to lie to your kids though?
About like
anything, adult stuff. Like one day, my cousin, she was having an argument with one of her spouses, and she's like, "Oh no, we were just doing a movie script." Like she.
Okay. So situations like that, like I've, let's say, you know, when me and my son's mother, like got separated and stuff, you know, my daughter was asking questions and stuff like that, and I was like, you know, she's just working a lot and. I'm trying to sugarcoat it at first, but as the months passed, it was like, you know, I finally had to sit her down. But so stuff like that, or let's say I'm watching a movie or something and a scene comes on that's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh no, just, you know, like it's not that. It's just they fighting or something.
Exactly.
You know, but yeah, so I try to, you know, little things like that.
You know what? It's so funny that you mentioned the whole, they're working when you split up. How did that make her feel? And how did you help her navigate through those feelings? Because I know it was hard, especially with girls.
Yeah,
you know,
it was.
So emotional.
And she attached to her so quick. She was around her for so long, years. So like, you know, like my daughter still used like the binky when she came around. So she watched her grow. So it's difficult. You know, I told her, like I said, as the months passed, we sat down and she was like, are you guys broken up? Like, is it that?
Oh, she asked you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She straight up,
yeah. Okay. Like her dad, straight up. And
I was like, at that moment, I felt like I just had to tell the truth. I didn't want to hide it anymore. Like, for a while I was, but like I said, after weeks and months of not coming back, you know, it's noticeable. So she, I sat her down and I was like, you know, yeah. But, I mean, she said, why? Like, what was it? And I just told her, like, sometimes in life, like, things just don't always work out like how you think they would. It's not always a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to look at it from the positive side. Like, it's bittersweet because when something ends, something better comes.
Yeah.
So I always try to look at things like that, you know?
I'm a firm believer. I'm definitely a believer of that. I have 2 more questions for you. What advice would you give to fathers trying to get custody of their children? Like,
don't stop fighting. Like, it's just like anything you want in life. Like, the odds were fully against me, like going to the court, you know, like they're already looking at me crazy. I got face tats. I got, you know what, they were
pre-judging you.
It was set up for me not to get full custody, and I did. So,
but I'm sure they made it difficult in the beginning.
Yeah, for years.
For how many years actually did it take?
2.5. Wow. Nonstop, like every couple months, like going back, going like nonstop for like, yeah.
And you never gave up. Does your daughter ever ask about her mother?
So they're in communication.
Okay.
Like they communicate. My daughter goes over there maybe like once or twice a month type of thing. So they have a small bond.
Somewhat of a relationship.
They talk. She knows who she is and stuff like that. But good. Like I said, she's with me full time. So, you know.
Does she ever ask, could she go? Or does she like want to be with you?
She doesn't ask.
Okay.
She doesn't, you know, my daughter, she's very smart and she's just like me. Like when things happen, we feel it and it hurts, but we understand like life keeps pushing.
Absolutely.
And I try to teach her that. Like, I know things hurt sometimes and I know things seem impossible, but we just got to keep swimming. We got to keep going.
Absolutely. You have to keep swimming, like from Nemo. I say that to my daughter too.
Got to keep swimming.
I love that you instill morals in your kids. That's so important, especially like, because if we raise good kids, we can raise great adults.
Exactly.
That term, it takes a village to raise your children. Do you think that's true? Do you have a big support system? Do you have a village that helps you? I know I did. So.
I wouldn't say like a whole village, but yeah, I got my people. Like my mom, that's one of my biggest supports. Like
really?
She is, I'd say number one for sure.
Yeah, and she supports your music career as well.
Yeah, for sure. Both my parents. Like, I be in touch with my dad. You know, we talk and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both support my music. Like I said, I've been making music since 12, so this is just me. Like, everyone knows me as I make music, you know? Like, I've been doing it so long that it's just become me. So yeah, they my parents, my brother, he's around. I got a couple close people that help me, you know?
I'm happy to hear that. That's beautiful. I mean, you sound like you have it pretty much all figured out. I know we never stop learning though.
Yeah. Trying.
I think as time goes on, we have to continue to just raise our kids to be the best humans that they can be. And I think that if we do that, the world will just be a better place.
Exactly.
And I really, really thank you for sitting down with me.
I appreciate the opportunity, truly. Thank
Absolutely. You. But please, one more time, you have to tell people where they can look your music up on, because I don't want to miss anything.
FLVVKK on all platforms. Apple Music, Spotify, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Google, anywhere. FLVVKK. Next Gen Pro Commercial is our cleaning company, nextgenprocommercial.com. And there we go.
Like you heard it yourself, he's pretty much everywhere. Well, that's a wrap for Parental Vision Podcast for today. And again, thank you.
I appreciate you.
Absolutely.